Hey guys, so today, goodness gracious, these freaking gloves, I swear, they're junk. These are vinyl gloves. I swear, I tell you what the problem is. I'm so cheap. I don't want to spend a ridiculous amount because gloves right now are so expensive. I don't know if you buy gloves a lot, but if you go on Amazon and look at the prices have gone up a ridiculous amount. So I've been buying these vinyl gloves from I think I got these at Home Depot. Man, they suck. They fall apart. As soon as you gotta put them on very slowly and delicately because they'll just tear. But once you get them on, they're all right. I mean, just slowly get them on. Anyways, enough about me whining about the gloves. Okay, so what we're going to do is cover the inside of the mask in epoxy resin and the inside of this big giant dome here in epoxy resin. I really want to put this thing on. Oh, isn't that awesome? I feel like it's Spaceballs right here. It's so huge. But it's it looks alright when it's on the mask, but whenever you have it on your normal head, it looks pretty ridiculous. Alright, so let's get this thing on here. Oh, these are horrible. Can't wait to be able to buy some gloves that aren't $500 for a freaking pack of gloves. So what I did is I'm using these cheap little, these are, I think they're for like parties or weddings or something, or anything really. They're just little clear cups from Dollar General. And I made a mark right there, that black mark, it's a 1/2 inch mark from the bottom. So that I get the same amount of resin and hardener. So first one I'll do is the resin. Just gonna pour some in there to that mark. And then I've got me some little mixing things right over here. Oh, I forgot about this little protective thing. Alright, so, and this stuff doesn't really have much of a smell to it, which is kind of nice. I'm gonna go to that line and then I'll stop. Come on. Well, I think I'm there. Just about. I can always mix some more if I need to. So I put this back on there. Resin is done. Not done, but it's ready. Now hardener time. This stuff is really nice. I mean, it was not very expensive, and when mixed correctly, it coats it really nice, sets up really good, and come on, where's it at? There it is. And the hardener. So, I've got 2 cups here. First thing I'm going to do is pour the, oh there it goes, pour the hardener in the resin and start mixing. Sorry, I'm getting a little popsicle stick. One of these. So I'm going to pour the hardener in here. Try to get all of it out of there. Most of it. I'm gonna mix this right now in this cup, and then I'm gonna pour it back in the other cup and mix it in that cup. So I'm just mixing it really good. It says to mix it, I think it says, gosh, I think it says 5 minutes or something, which I'm probably not gonna mix it for 5 minutes, but I am gonna mix it pretty good. You just gotta make sure you get all the bottom, you know, in the corners where you can't really get very good, but turn your popsicle stick to the side and get it. Get all the stuff off the edges. Okay, so I'm gonna pour this back into the other one now so that I can get all the stuff the residue that's left on the bottom of that. Make sure I get all this out of here. I didn't mix a whole lot because I don't want to use, I've been mixing, last time I did it I mixed way too much and I had so much wasted. I had like half of a cup of one of these with just like a solid little block of resin. Okay, I think I got most of it out of there. If there's any left in there, it'll be fine. Okay, so now I'm going to mix it in this cup and get all that stuff that was on the bottom there nice and mixed up. Alright. And I'll probably mix it some more as I go. Throw this one away. And get me a little brush. I'm just using one of these little cheap chip brushes. It's just a little chip brush. I think it's pretty sure it's like 1 inch. And all I'm gonna do is just coat the inside of this. So all in here. I'm not too worried about it dripping or getting anywhere. It's probably gonna come out of these little holes here, but I can always come back in with a little Dremel and drill that hole out. Because I'm gonna have to put those little pieces in there. There's really not any specific way I do this. I'm just kind of coating everything with this epoxy. I'm just kind of giving it some strength. Alright, I finished covering the inside of that mask, and I'll show you what it looks like. Nice and shiny inside of there. So I coated all of it with, it wasn't really a thick coat, but it really wasn't a thin coat. Like a medium coat. I just kind of painted it on there. And I'm just going to let it cure, and then the inside will be nice and solid. And the outside, after that cures, I'll do the outside. But now we got to do the inside of this bad boy. Got my brush in here ready to go. And I've got, I think, just enough epoxy resin to do it. So I'll start painting it in here, and I'm not really even gonna, if it gets on this little circle part that fits over the mask, that's fine. I'm just gonna go ahead and coat that too, because I want to strengthen that up. And this epoxy will give it a nice solid shell, if you will. So here we go. I'm just gonna start covering it. Hey, what's up everybody? I'm back in here, and it's the next day now. So we coated the inside of this yesterday with the epoxy resin, and now it is nice and solid. The inside of it is all covered. I don't know if you can see how smooth that is, except for right here where it was really rough on the print. On the inside where the supports were, which it's not gonna matter because I'm gonna pad it and stuff anyways with felt. But yeah, inside that's covered, and the inside of the dome is all covered too, and it's cured enough to where I can mess with it. All I'm doing now is gonna coat the outside, and so I've got the dome set up on this little piece of cardboard right here, and then I've got the mask set up on it's an old plastic coffee container, because it has these grooves right here under the eye bags. And so I want all of the resin to drip down this way, because if I did it like this, it would just settle in that little groove and then cover it up. I don't want to hide that. So just by looking at it, the best way to set it, to epoxy it, is to set it down like this, so everything comes down this direction, straight down to the back. So I'm going to get this mixed up and we'll get going. Alright guys, so this is the second day. First day we applied the epoxy resin on the inside of the helmets and the helmet and the mask, and it is cured on the inside. And the next day we did the outside when I had it setting up on this coffee can here. So the outside is coated now, and the outside of the dome is all coated too. So these suckers are nice and solid now. I mean, they still have a little bend. You can still bend them. They're not completely hard, but they are coated and ready for, I think the next thing that I'm gonna do, which will be in the next video, is some filler primer, just to see what spots that I need to coat with wood filler and patch up, maybe with Bondo or something. But anyways guys, I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope it helps you to not be afraid to use resin on your prints. I mean, yes, it will cover up spots, but if you lay it the right direction, like there's different ways to lay it to where it drains off, it's pretty safe. Unless you're doing like a really fine detailed piece. I mean, I really wouldn't recommend it for something like that, but for masks and helmets and stuff like that, it works really good. So, and armor. Especially armor. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. Y'all have a good one. Hit that like button. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. And I'll see you on the next Vader video.